is no statute of limitations on perjury. Perjury is when you lie under oath. And regardless if I made a statement or I didn't make a statement, that is the reason why I stood up in court and I said, when a judge asks, like, yo, does anybody have anything to say before he is sentenced? I stood up and I said, Your Honor, I'm the person who pressed the charges. I would like to drop the charges. I made a huge mistake.
Wow.
This was like, I'm in court in front of his family, in front of friends, in front of everybody, like, whatever. And they was like, take it to the DA. And nobody wanted to hear shit.
Because he probably didn't have a paid lawyer at that time. You know it's statute of limitation. It is
no
so.
statute of limitation on perjury.
Yeah.
Professional or like a lawyer or something,
Uh-huh.
you need to tell what to write.
But did they offer? Did they say if you recant your story, you're gonna go to jail?
No.
When you wrote the letter, all right. When you wrote the letter and gave it to the DA, what did they say?
I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA, and then I showed up at court.
Oh.
And I stood up.
Corey wrote a letter, and what you said in the letter though? That was
that I was pressured to press charges against him, and that I wanted to drop the charges. I didn't want him to go to jail. I was young. I was 16. You know, my words weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
these people are talking about I wrote a letter. I never wrote a letter recanting my story. I did show up at court to drop the charges because I was being forced to. But the judge said take it to the district attorney, and they refused to do so.
All right. When you wrote the letter and gave it to the DA, what did they say?
I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA. I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA. I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA.
I never wrote a letter recanting my story.
The judge specifically said, take it to the DA. And everybody looked at the DA, and the DA shook her head like, it's not happening. Like,
because they didn't want you. They didn't want you to go to court because you recanted your story. You told them it never happened. X, Y, Z. You was young. You was pressured. Correct, right?
Yeah.
So that's why. Yeah, babe. I'm talking. Yeah. So that's probably why they was so thirsty, because they knew the case would have fell through the roof. Because if you'd have said that on the stand,
they never called me to the stand. They never questioned.
That's the difference.
No, I told them, what I said was that I wanted to drop the charges because I had made a mistake.
Oh, okay.
They never asked me, like, you know, anybody have anything to say? Like, Zoo would tell you, I was at his court